All right, welcome back. Big news this morning, of course, is the flooding, and we continue to follow breaking news. And we're hearing more and more from people who've been impacted by it, and that includes those who reside in that so-called tent city, which is found under Lakeshore Drive at Lawrence. Michael AIRHART from Taste of the Homeless Cafe is on the phone with us. And Michael, you were talking to me during the commercial break. Let our viewers at home know what some of the homeless people have dealt with as we've seen a deluge of rain here in the city.
Yes, even just recently before we just got hit with this one, it was the rain it came in before and it didn't flood as much. It was just a little bit. But last night, starting when the rain kicked in, because we was out there doing Soul Food Sunday and it was raining then. So we seen the gush of water coming through. So we continued to push, sweep the broom, sweeping the water down towards the sewer. But actually, it just kept coming and coming. I left. I stayed in touch with Tom, which he's the mayor. We call him the mayor of Tent City. I stayed on the phone with him all night. He was crying to me. He was saying that Mike, out of all years, that he been out there, been in the streets, he never seen nothing like that in his life. The rain actually came through like the lake literally pushed off of Lake Michigan down through that tunnel and flooded. All the tents is brand new. I've been replacing them every day with brand new tents. Everything is destroyed. So what we're doing this morning is I'm gonna head down there with my grills. I'm gonna cook breakfast, and I'm gonna try to reach out to the world right now. If you're not busy, to come join me, bring some blankets. I know the things that they need.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. And I know we're almost out of time, Michael. So I want to make sure people at home know this is Tent City. How can they get anything, blankets or food? How can they get them to you so you can get them to the people that have been impacted?
Well, actually, I'm going to be on Lawrence right now. I'm going to head there now. I'll be on Lakeshore Drive in Lawrence. They said that Lakeshore Drive is shut down, so you have to take a different route. I'm going down Belmont and Casey. I'm going to take it all the way through. I'll be there. They'll be there. The majority of what they need now is hygiene items, blankets, and maybe a few tents and different, so we could clean all that up. And then we'll just keep it going, and people could come all during the day and drop off donations of different items that they need.
Well, I'm glad to hear that they're going to get a hot breakfast this morning. The video and the images are just awful this morning. The city's been hard hit by all that flooding. So, Michael AIRHART, always a pleasure to talk to you, and keep up the good work.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, let's go up to Mike and Gurney. So it's not following up on a flooding story we told you about on Monday at this time. It was breaking news then, that Tent City under Lakeshore Drive's viaduct at Lawrence, underwater. A lot of people use that for shelter. Well, they were waking up trapped in several inches of filthy water. Anita and I spoke to Michael AIRHART. He's a good friend to us on Good Day Chicago, and he called in to tell us about it.
Last night we had a real bad flood storm that came through, and it wiped out Lawrence and Lakeshore Drive, the bridge. We got flood water everywhere. All the tents, everything is destroyed. Right now we out here. I brought some things. We're gonna do sausage. We're gonna do eggs. We got juice coffee. We're gonna make sure everybody get a good dinner. A good breakfast and a good lunch. We're replacing everything fresh. I need you guys' help to come on now, drop off everything from socks, hygiene items, blankets, tents, all the different things that we need. We need to get it done now, y'all.
No, he's getting it done, isn't he?
A little bit difficult to understand underneath the mask, but he's basically echoing what he told Anita and I yesterday. A lot of the homeless staying in that tent city lost everything to flooding. So he's basically putting out a call while he was serving them a hot meal yesterday. They need supplies. They need things like toothbrushes and shampoo and soap, anything that you can think of to help. So, Michael, our hats off to you. Thank you so much for showing up there yesterday on what was an awful day for so many people. A lot of those people had just been given brand new tents, and those tents were destroyed by those floodwaters.